Hey, my name is attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III, and the question I'm going to be answering today are what are some of the literacy questions that I'm likely to hear in my disability hearing? Let's go ahead and begin with that. First one, super simple, super straightforward, okay? Are you literate? The beginning of the literacy questions. This is good. Next one. Are you able to write more than your name in English, Spanish, whatever language is yours? Okay. Next one. Do you need to sound things out before you write them? Next one. Did you finish high school? Where are you at in education? What was the last grade you finished? What was the last grade you completed successfully? Do you have a certificate, degree, or acknowledgement for the completion of a reading course? If you own a computer, do you have Facebook, Twitter, or general online social accounts? Do you text with your phone? Do you do instant messaging online? Do you use email on your computer? Do you apply for jobs online? Do you use a digital book, Kindle, iPad, Do you own a printer? Do you play video games? What kind of video games? Some of the video games out there are heavy reader games. You've got to read and then answer and then read and then answer. So, not all games are, the classic first-person shooters. You click a couple buttons, you run around, you shoot things. Some of them are, storylines, which I like. I like both of them, though. Do you give medicine to your pets? If you do, guess what? ... That means that basically you've likely read the label. Do you read documents in public places? Do you read the instructions on your medications? Do you have a hard time remembering what you just read? Do you have a hard time remembering what you read 1 month ago? What about a year ago? Did you work with workflow sheets or instructions that required you to change paths? Are you currently in a learning how to read program? Did you have an IEP or 504 program while you were in school? Do you have a driver's license? Do you have a literacy? Or rather, do you have a library card? Do you have a firearms license? Do you have a fishing license? Do you have a boating license? Do you have car insurance? All of these things show that you have the ability to read. So when the question pops up, hey, do you have a license? Well, you passed the exam somehow, and there's a written portion to that exam, and I'm pretty sure in almost every state. Do you have a boating license? And I don't know about every state, but I know when I took the boating license exam for Florida, there was a whole bunch of stuff I had to read. Have a firearms license? There's definitely a written portion, okay, to obtain a firearms license. Just kind of remember, these are the types of questions that pop up. They're not meant to be trick questions. These aren't. I'm going to show you guys with some other videos some trick questions where you'll be sitting there going like, whoa, I did not see that coming. But these are really just straightforward like, hey, are you literate? If you have these things, you must be literate. Why? Because you magically didn't pass the test by magically not reading and then magically answering everything correctly on the exam. So what they're trying to do is use basic functional tasks or basic functional permits, licenses, stuff like that to decide whether or not you have a credible response when you say I'm not literate. If you say you're not literate and then poof, all of a sudden you've got all of these things popping in. Oh, I've got a fishing and a boating, firearms and a driver's license and a this and a that, and then all of them, they're sitting there going, whoa, come on now, come on. So this is basically something you need to watch out for with literacy issues in court. All right, my name's attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. You have an absolutely wonderful day. If you have a unique question for your unique claim, give me a call. And remember, by the time you watch this video, it may be old hat. All right, you have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll catch up from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.